so far from what we've seen, these performances, yes, you've had moments from csgo, Dexter, really everybody on Renegades has had their moments, but Mad Lions, when it comes to tactical rounds, when it comes to defaults, when it comes to playing smart, have been a couple steps ahead.
They sure have, and let me try to put this in an eloquent way, sort of. I think the performance we saw from Renegades on Train were much better than I would have expected. I thought that could easily have been a 16-5 scoreline for Mad Lions, to be completely honest with you. So I think we have a good map coming in here, Nuke, and it's just about to start, Vince.
We're just about to get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. It could be the last time for Mad Lions and Renegades. And it's a Molotov and a smoke. That's all that the T's have. Hats has already been gooshed down to 15 HP. And he has to just get the hell out of there and hope the rest of his team can come in. He's actually standing his ground. He's got himself 2 kills on low HP. This is absolutely destroyed Mad Lions' push. They have to watch control room and the site itself. If they win this round, they need to go shake Hats' hand right now. Roy, in the meanwhile, though, has a 1-on-4, and he's not going to be able to get it done. What a beautiful hold by Hats.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. He got gooshed instantly, as you said, forced to fall back on ramp, and he did the right thing by falling back, waiting for the backup, but at the end of the day, the backup wasn't really needed. Obviously, Inns came in from window, got a kill, but it was all down to Hats getting the 2 kills with the USP and only 15 HP, up close as well against Glocks. Wish we would have wanted to see his point of view from that one. That must have been beautiful by Hats. So good start by the boys. The boys 2.0, as I've been instructed to say. We know who the real boys are, but they're not at this tournament. But boys will be boys, and Renegades, they're up 1-0, off to a great start. Not a lot of invested in for Mad Lions in this one. It's just going to be Glocks, nothing else, and should be a relatively easy round for Dexter and the boys.
Yeah, Glocks will be Glocks. They suck. Simply put, they suck, especially against armor. And yeah, that's pretty much the way I was anticipating the round to go.
Yeah, another fast one. Like the quick pace Counter-Strike, and I think we're going to see that being slowed down a little bit here. If I'm Mad Lions, I don't want to start out with an inside rush or anything like that. You tried that in the pistol, it didn't work out, so now pick up the pace and just play your default. See how Renegades is going to react to that one, and then hopefully you can win on the adaption or getting the opening kill or something along those lines. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see here. Mad Lions moving up towards Yap. It looks like they want to take Yap control very fast and rushing it. Dexter inside garage. They're just going to get a free passage down towards Secret. This is a very fast pace by Mad Lions. They are starting out like fire right now.
Just have to make sure they don't get burned. Roy, in the meanwhile, is going to dink down and finish off Inns instantly. So this rapid approach has been yielding some results thus far. Hats, the hero of the pistol round, now has to reclaim that title, and that Molotov is going to make things a little bit sketchy. He's able to relocate, though, before being picked off by Roy's second entry of the round. There's the bomb to follow up. And this is where things are going to start to get a little bit more real for Renegades. Yes, he won the pistol. Yes, he got that second round against Glocks. Now that Mad Lions have weapons, you're going to have to dig deep.
Gonna have to dig real deep. It's a good thing I'm not the coach of Mad Lions. I wouldn't have called this one out, you know, to put up such a fast pace in the first round, but they did, and they did it very successful. Caught off Renegades completely. And as you said, we talked about it on Train as well. It seems like they put in no effort when they're winning these rounds, right? They're just doing it plain and simple. This time around, it was a very fast-paced round, but it's not like they're rushing or they have to use a lot of mental capacity, you know, making the right calls or maneuvering around the map. They have a plan, they execute, and they win the round. Plain and simple, so good start by both teams, I'd say. Both teams can be happy, you know. I'm sure if you asked Renegades coming into this map, would you be happy being up 2-1 after the first 3 rounds? They would have said yes. If you're Mad Lions and you're playing the T side, they probably would have said yes as well. So both teams can be fairly satisfied, and now we see the first full buy round coming in for both teams. AWP and csgo as well. No more MP9s, no more weak guns. We got the full arsenal out.
Even keel best of 3, going the distance. Do wonder if Mad Lions have the slight advantage, though. Bubsky already downstairs. Gonna be coming face to face with Dexter momentarily. Now the rest of the troops gather and start to puncture their way outside, using that smoke wall as cover. csgo thought about going for the shot through the smoke, but doesn't want to give his position away. Instead, he goes straight down into ramp. The call has come through to help Dexter downstairs. He is actually playing just above the catwalk. There is a crossfire being established. It is just the FAMAS though for Hats, but now here comes the AWP. The weaponry is in position, it's primed, ready to strike, but those grenades gonna make this a little bit more of a tenuous task ahead of them. Dexter gets one, but strayed back from Roy and Acor. Roy's had a hell of a start to Nuke here. So many entries already. And Inns and Malta can do little but just back off and save their guns. It's the same result again.
Absolutely right about that. They lost control over the lower bomb site, and as you said, Roy really having an impact early stages in the game. Another opening kill for him, sitting at 4 thus far, but haven't they all been impactful? This Dane, I was about to say young Dane, but he's not young at all. He's just a relatively new face within not only the Danish Counter-Strike scene, but also the international one, as we spoke about coming into the game, that it is this Mad Lions team, a team that the past 6 months have really taken a rise. Not a team you'd say would be expected to be in a semi-final, let alone a grand final of a tournament of this caliber. They're playing some solid Counter-Strike, and Roy as well. Man on the screen right here is doing a good job as well. Mad Lions answering back, putting 2 rounds on the board, and now the economy is not looking good for Renegades. They got to save 2 weapons, but I highly doubt they're going to force behind them, because, well, they are. I guess I'll just start to stay quiet at this point. I'm not sure I agree with that decision. I would love for them to have all the utility, all the grenades, and all the weaponry in order to deal with Mad Lions, because I think it's going to be too easy for them just to do the default. But I can also respect having confidence in your own abilities, so we'll see how this one pans out. There's no right or wrong in this scenario. It's just about making it work. Otherwise, you're going to be put in a very tough position if you're Renegades.
Absolutely. If you do go for a force, you've got to do everything you can. Fight tooth and nail, claw your way through this round and try and be successful, because if not, you've put yourself in a horrific position, especially to start off the CT half. So the pressure is mounting. Some of it may be self-inflicted, but they back themselves. They're a confident team, our Renegades. Mad Lions setting up the wall of smokes outside again. Roy tossing the Molotov onto the stairway, but Sicko's actually not down there. He's on the side instead. He's playing the off angle. It's a one and done, but there's no one to follow up Roy. It's a complete and utter shutdown outside. And now Hats has spotted multiple players pushing his way. Dexter just hiding, just anticipating, lurking in the shadows with the 5-7, but it's just the 1 kill. So Mad Lions still in this round.
That second kill from Dexter, that would have been vital now. As you said, they're still in the round. Malta, though, in a good position. He can cut them off. Inns taking a kill as well, and it is going to fall apart for Mad Lions. Shush left alone in a 1 versus 4. Not able to find anything, and there we go. Renegades put another round on the board, and as said, a force buy. There's no right or wrong in such a decision making. You just gotta make it work if you do, and they did. Beautiful stuff by Renegades, and I think Mad Lions was a bit surprised that was the case as well. Going 4 guys towards ramp like that, it's not always as easy to do. Good thing for them though, they still have money, but this is a round where they can break them. If Renegades win this one, that could be a big nail in the coffin. Not the final, but a big one. Almost getting caught off guard by Acor here, so we have to see another default now, and they're slowing it down. We're done with the fast pace.
Problem is, of course, there's not that many nails left in this best of 3, and Dexter, he's going to bust one out and pop it into Bubsky. Good avenging kill, though, elsewhere on the map. Acor's going to keep the CTs honest. They've came out worse for wear in these early exchange of grenades as well. They've lost about 50 HP between Dexter and Hats. Outside control is being established by Mad Lions. They have options to run with.
Definitely. Renegades give them a lot of respect right now. They have to answer back somehow, and I think they're going to do that by pushing inside, and there we go. I like this play by Renegades. They're now fully aware that every single member of Mad Lions has to be outside. The problem is it's tough to deem for. It's tough to deal with when you can come in from heaven and all sorts of positions. Just going in. Got the deagle, they want him to walk in first. I like that. There we go, they're gonna explode in towards the heaven now and hopefully get inside. A lot of damage has been reflected, and there we go. The 2 first kill comes down. Hart and Malta combines for 2. And it's starting to fall apart for Mad Lions. Hunton gets the bomb plant though. Roy in a good position, but it's a 4 versus 2 retake.
It's a good flashbang, but no one's pushing behind it. However, that's gonna skew with the sound a little bit. They don't know if they've pushed through Squeaky. Roy gambling. Going behind. On the catwalk, Molotov up, no one's there. Roy shooting prematurely has given his position away, and that's going to be Malta coming straight in with 2 kills. A bit over Ansi maybe, and Renegades, a successful retake, 4-2 in the lead. They can install it though, so they can pick up the AWP in Garage.
That's a huge round by Renegades, a huge round. Not only do they win it, they survive 4 guys, bring in a lot of economy into the next round, and, as I said, despite the fact that Mad Lions got the bomb plant, still left with little to no money to invest to it. Actually, they're going for a force buy right here. I am quite curious to why that is. Look at that buy, 2 SMGs, like a little, a Deagle, and a Mac-10. Is that really worth it at this point in this game? There must be some sick strat behind this. They must have a plan.
Well, they say God moves in mysterious ways. Hunden's call for a force buy is a bit of a head scratcher, but let's see if it works out for them. Smoke into Squeaky, and Bubsky has been demolished through that smoke. 6 HP remaining. He's the only player through Squeaky, and he couldn't push behind him because he was so low. This force buy simply has not worked whatsoever. Best case is maybe Acor can put on some heroics and get a kill, but that's not even going to happen. So Mad Lions have been squashed.
That's the disaster. Not able to win the round, first of all. That is what it is. You wouldn't really expect that with such a, dare I say, weak buy. Was a force buy after all, but not losing a single player in this round, only losing 1 player the past 2 rounds. Look at the money on the side of Renegades, and look at all the utility as well. They can afford to lose maybe even 2 rounds at this point, so they must feel really comfortable now facing full pistols as well, no armor behind it. Should be another easy round for Renegades, and they would be looking at a scoreline that says 6-2, and I'm pretty sure they would have bought that start any given day of the week.
100%. On Nuke against Mad Lions. They just snapped your hand off, Pimp. Dexter snapping Roy out of this round. It doesn't seem like 8 is going to go any differently to the previous few. Big, hefty amount of damage from the grenade 2 onto A4. And there's the bomb drop just to add insult to injury as the knife is twisted further yet in the back of Mad Lions. They're going to decide to pull back. Or perhaps not, actually. They're going to keep pushing behind this. It's Malta that's coming under duress outside, but Dexter's going to help him out with Sicko. Bomb drop again. And as anticipated, Renegade's going to be cruising to a 6-2 lead.
That's another round where they are not losing any player at all, unless Shus can do anything about that. He's not really in a position to get much done here. All he can hope for is 1 or 2 frags potential, but winning the round, that's out of question. Do some damage, that's all we can hope for. Malta is willing to take the duel. Missed off shot, almost takes down Malta, but there we go. Another clean and crisp round from Renegades. As you said, 6-2 now, and all the money in the world. Mad Lions, they're facing an uphill battle. On a map like Nuke, T-side Nuke, 3rd map, you're 1 map away from a grand final. I feel like the pressure is starting to mount on Mad Lions, and I think that's exactly why we're seeing a timeout here coming as well. It's a good idea. Assume it's a tactical timeout for Mad Lions. I'd be surprised otherwise. And what do you say to the team right here? What do you say if you're Peacemaker? I think the fast pay they put on in the beginning, that was what caused problems for Renegades. They couldn't really deal with that. Then they started to slow down. And it's seemingly like Renegades have a presence on the CT side of Nuke. They can deal with that. They couldn't do that on Train. Simply not good enough. But on Nuke so far, it's been good. Sicko pushing up with the AWP, getting the kill towards Roy. Another opening going their way as well. Bobsky with the refrag on Insto. Makes that a 4 versus 4. Look at the aggression coming out from Renegades. They're not giving a lot of space to Mad Lions right now. They're the one taking charge of the game. They're the one controlling the pace. They're the one dictating where they want Mad Lions to go. Question is, can Malta deal with it?
Doesn't necessarily have to. He can pull back. Wait for the rest of the troops to do the work for him. Unden's dipped into GoldenEye, turned on God mode. He's 007. Classic
Great movie, yeah.
And a great movie as well, yeah. Absolutely. But 4play4. Mad Lions, who've been up against it with a flash and a smoke, going to be looking to try and pincer through on A, but it's Dexter around the back of them with the SG is just cleaning house again. This aggression, how do you deal with it? I mean, Mad Lions would like to have a conversation with Cloud9 after that first game on Overpass, like, guys, what can we do? Please help us, Dexter's killing us all.
It must be so annoying to be on a server with Dexter, right? Because if you're a player, you're thinking to yourself, maybe as a viewer out there, well, they know he's going to be aggressive. He's doing it all the time, sure. But if he's so good at doing it, if he's constantly finding the room, constantly finding the gaps in the defense or in the offense in this matter, then it's so tough to deal with. He must be one of the most annoying players ever to play against. And that's what complements Rusty. It's something I say out of admiration and knowing that he's a great player and he's doing one hell of a job, sitting at 132 ADRs well right now, 9 rounds into the game. That's just stellar performance from Dexter. We saw it on train as well.
csgo close, but no cigar. Be a bit disappointed he didn't connect that shot. But he isn't going to miss twice. There is a scout up against him, and now csgo is just flicking left and right. And a swarm of terrorists fall at his feet. 100 has got off the mark at least. His first kill perched up. Looking for more, won't be forthcoming. Dexter continues his aggression, 12-2.
They are playing Counter-Strike at a high level right now, Renegades. They are the ones making Mad Lions look a bit silly. This, of course, was just a save round, so not put too much emphasis on this one, but so far in this game, 10 rounds into this first half of the final map, winner goes to the grand final. We've seen one team being by far better than the other. We've seen no fraggers as well from Mad Lions. The top fragger sitting at 4 kills right now, and that's Roy. I feel like, individually speaking, Mad Lions as a unit, as players, have been performing well throughout this series so far, but on Nuke, they've been shut down, every single one of them. Oh, also missing that one. It's not looking good right now, right? They're looking a little bit flustered, a little bit desperate, a little bit as if the pressure is getting to them.
Yeah, completely very uncomfortable. Acor should be landing that shot. Just to clarify, Dexter is 12-2, not the overall scoreline, although it very well could be if things continue to go in this way. csgo is going to dip out of there. Now he's on 13, make it 14. Dexter is taking over. It's still 3-on-3 though, Pim. This round's not done.
It's definitely not done. And we see Mad Lions, they're slowly but surely walking towards under heaven. They have Bobsky inside as well. Question is if they want to go up heaven and want to go towards ramp. Looks like to be the call here. Maybe a little bit of second guessing. They want to go up heaven so they can split inside. Malta taking down Bobsky though. And now Renegades should be aware and is aware that heaven is a possibility. He's moving away. He just wants to retake this inner bomb site. And I think that's a smart move. No need to take that fight by himself. Hunton gets the bomb down, but these two have been in a clutch before. Last time it was 2 versus 4, now it's 2 versus 3. They need to win this one. Hunton finding the kill, not able to. Malta picks him down. It's left up to Roy once again by himself with an SG. Has to reload, only a flash in hand. And he is not able to do it. Malta as well, look at that. He had a rough showing on train, but he's sitting at 13 kills into the first 11 rounds of this game. Every single player from Renegades right now is stepping up, and they as a unit, is outskilling and outplaying Mad Lions. That's what we've been complimenting Mad Lions for throughout this entire series, that they are the better unit, they have the better structure. Or at least a good structure, but right now, that's falling apart, and that's down to Renegades playing some beautiful Counter-Strike.
And this really goes back to what Maniac was talking about on the desk when he said, look, we often talk about Renegades and you're saying, you know, Dexter has to stand up or Inns or somebody else. What they need to do is all arrive as a unit. They all need to perform. They all need to share that burden. I think it's safe to say here on Nuke that is very much the case. It hasn't been throughout this best of 3, but when it really counts, when they can see the finish line in distance, it's within reaching distance. They've all came together.
What if I told you that Dexter have had 4, actually make that 5 opening kills in this game so far? He's sitting at 5 for 5. Every single time he tried to go for an opening duel, he's won it. That's 11 rounds into the game. That is absolutely stunning. Combine that with 14 frags. He's having such a big impact right now, and he's getting another one right here. Make that 6 out of 6. Dexter is not to be fooled right now. Hunting on top of Mini. See if he can do anything about that. He's getting caught off guard as well. Still not able to connect the shot though, but Hunting down to 7 HP. There's no way he's gonna survive this, is there? Nope. Not able to connect on csgo either. Everything we've been complimenting Mad Lions for throughout this series is falling apart right here, right now in front of us.
It really is. It seems like they're completely unsure as to what to do about Renegade's aggression. Dexter mixing it up again. 15 to 135 ADR, looking to add to that mark. Down in control room, Acor and Bubsky, both low. Do have the bomb plant. A slight minor victory, I suppose. It is going to force the CTs to greet them and push at them, but you have to be careful because it's gone very much the same way. What if I were to tell you, Pimp, that collectively, Mad Lions have 15 kills? And to put that in perspective, Malta has 13, and Dexter's 15 or 16.
Yeah, so Dexter is single-handedly outfracking the entirety of Mad Lions. Is that what you're telling me?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you're good at math, doing live math on stream. I'm impressed, very impressed. But if you would have told me that coming into this match, coming into the map of Nuke, I would have said you're crazy. Still, very well may be crazy, but in this scenario, this is the reality. This is what Mad Lions is facing, and let's talk about what they can do now. They need to get a round or two. They need to give themselves a shot of at least making the comeback. If Renegades can do it, Mad Lions can do it too. You know, that's the simple logic you want to use here, but it would require a turnaround and one hell of a performance, because right now I feel Renegades is playing some rock-solid Counter-Strike. We saw it against Cloud9 yesterday as well. I kind of low-key thought Cloud9 would be able to do more against Renegades, but no. This is a team that is playing at a high level right now, and them losing Dick Stacy hasn't been a big problem for them just yet. It seems like they have found their footing. And the man in the screen right here is doing a good job, playing smart as well, falling back, not taking any unnecessary risks. As for Mad Lions, Shus had such a strong showing in train. Looks like they want to explode towards this inner bomb side now.
Oh, they could use some entry frags from him, and they've got one. But it's been instantly equalized, and then the equality's been taken away. Dexter pops up from vents. The boogeyman, the nemesis of Mad Lions, is going to continue to put them down. A-Core, 1-on-2, does have some time to play with, control over the bomb, but no grenade to speak of, and hats with the AUG. 11-2 scoreline.
Yeah. Tactical timeout. Now. Now would be the time. There's no need to save 4 tactical or 3 tactical timeouts if you're anyway going to be out of the tournament in roughly 5 rounds unless you win some of them. So a little bit surprised they haven't opted for that. Maybe they're just running out of ideas, and if that's the case, then a tactical timeout would be the play here. We see another force buy coming into this one. Mac-10's pistols, they are desperate to get this one going. Putting down some nice smoke. There's not going to be a gap, so at least they get that going for them. But Renegades have faced this before. They should be able to deal with it. Dexter goes down, a trade frag coming in from Inns, but the control has been obtained. Heart's in a good position to deal with this though. Not able to connect on Roy, and there we go. Finally starting to go the way of Mad Lions. I say that, and then Malta chimes in. csgo as well, hitting every single shot possible. Sitting at 14 frags as well. All left up to Hunden in a 1 versus 2. A Mac-10, a flash, and a grenade. That's it.
Good luck, Hunden. I feel like you might need it here. He is at least going to get the opportunity to plant the bomb and get into closer quarters where the Mac-10 is going to spike in power level. But Molotov and Flashbang. Inns is low. He's in the range of the Mac-10. There is a HE and a Flashbang. There's no doubting the in-game IQ of Hunden. Can the aim live up to it, though? Can he outmaneuver Renegades? If they want any chance, he's going to have to do it. They've Molotov'd out. They're sticking on the site. Does Hunden realize it? Nade goes in. It's not going to be fast enough. He does get the kill onto Inns, but he sneaks the defuse under his nose. And that's 12-2.
Yeah, and you could see on his face right there, that's a heartbreaking round. He knew that had he thrown that grenade earlier, he maybe would have been able to win that round. That was nice from Malta as well, sitting at 15 frags as well, only 4 deaths. I feel like every single player right now is stepping up. I feel that Hearts right now sitting only at 6 frags. He's been one of the most influential players by staying alive on ramp and actually playing that really, really smart. So despite not having a lot of frags, he's also doing a very good job. So Mad Lions, they have to deal with all 5 players right now, as you said. Big unit. Only gotten 2 rounds into this game. 2 rounds. It was 2-2 at some point.
Yep.
2-2 and then 10 rounds in a row from Renegades.
And Mad Lions have had consistent buys. This hasn't been a case that Renegades have just broke their economy a bunch of times. No, Mad Lions have been coming at them hard.
Surely, yeah. Dexter again, you know, that aggression. He hasn't given them any outside control. Now, once again, he's being aggressive. He's going to fall down to vents, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in secret at some point in this round. He's going to be all over the map now. He placed this one a little bit more defensively. Roy going for the inside split here, and that's going to be up to Inns to defend it now.
Inns to potentially get them 13-2. 3-on-3, Dexter again, round the back. It's the same result, or nearly the same result. Hunden surviving with 8. And now it's down to that man, Hats. Can he come full circle? It was his 2 kills and the pistol that set Renegades ablaze. That's a Molotov. That should be a dead A-core. Fire or bullets. Pick your poison. That's the bomb that goes down with him. And now Hunden on 8 HP. It's looking good for Hats to clutch this one. Can he break the hearts of the Danes of Mad Lions once again? Hunden slowly sneaking his way towards the B side. He was in a clutch not that long ago where everything was stacked against him. And it's going to be the same again. This time at least he has the SG. A significant upgrade over the MAC-10. It's these ranged weapons that are going to be coming head to head. Hunden does tag Hats down to 42. Next bullet could very well finalize this round, but the bomb is not perfectly planted for control room. He can just see enough, and it's going to be the headshot for at least Mad Lions end. But it's going to be a 12-3 scoreline. This is going to have to be one hell of a comeback, and we're going to find out if they can after this short break. If you listened real close, you'd have heard in that yodeling an SOS message from Mad Lions. Is anybody going to answer the call? Now is the time. At least Hunden has, I was going to say a smile, maybe it's a grimace actually. Now that I've seen it a little bit longer. 12-3, can they switch it on their CT side?
It'll have to be now. They'll have to win this pistol. They'll have to get off to a good start and build up some momentum now. We see a fast-paced round coming in from Renegades. They want to go inside that door. They want to hit the inner bomb site. Hunden in heaven. Not able to connect the shot. And they're actually dropping down in the vents here. And they gain control over this lower bomb site relatively easy. Bomb goes down straight away. We are only 20 seconds into the round, so that's going to be a retake. 5 versus 5 wins. This is it.
2 flashes in the kit pimp. That's all they have to work with.
This is it. They have to win this one.
They simply have to. The last curtain is coming down. Player behind the site. Sicko on the cross from control. It's labored, but he's got it done. And he hasn't been fragged either. He's down to such a low amount of HP, but he's still standing his ground. He's still landing headshots, and Renegade. Second pistol is theirs, and more than likely, the third map.
More than likely the third map, and more than likely a spot in the grand final of this tournament. that round right there, I think that summed up pretty much what we've seen so far from Mad Lions. Despite csgo not really hitting the bullets, not connecting anything for quite some time, none of the players from Mad Lions punished him. None of them were up for the task. It seemed like they're all rattled a little bit right now. The pressure is mounting on them, and they're not performing when needed the most. A little bit of a shame, because so far in this tournament, they've been playing well. Now they forced up all into this one, and Roy getting the opening kill. He was 1 for 9 up until this round. Now he got a double entry with the Deagle. He lost 8 out of 9 duels in the first half. He's about to change that right here. That is a very impactful double kill with the Deagle, giving them another shot in this game.
Which is an incredibly remarkable statistic, considering that at the start of the half, it was Roy who picked up 4 entry frags in the first 2 or 3 rounds,
that was
right?
The only round, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
The only round. It's crazy. But he's making up for it right now. At least he's trying to. Renegades pressure. Aker spotted out with the scout, connecting a shot towards csgo as well. Staying alive as well. This is perfect. Perfectly for Mad Lions. This is the way back into the game. Renegades don't seem to be able to punish this.
Especially if they get it cleanly, they can just pick up so many of these guns that have dropped by the hands of Renegades. This is a lifeline. And it's just got a whole lot better. Aker allowed the opportunity to continue to just rattle off those scout rounds across the map. Hats is being tagged up left and right. Here come the guns, AK-47s, Galils. Just what the doctor ordered for Mad Lions.
You're not wrong about that at all. As we get to see this beautiful double entry by Roy again. That is a nice shot with the Deagle up towards Silo. Hitting it right where it's supposed to be hit, in the face of that Renegades player. Now we see another pause here. Not really sure whether we're looking at a tactical or a timeout for whatever reason, but fact of the matter is that Mad Lions gave themselves another shot in this game. We've been saying it a few times already, but winner of this map, whoever wins and stands with 16 rounds, or potentially 19 if we go into OT, is going to book themselves a spot in the grand final. Going up against either another Danish squad or the home favorites from Big.
That should be a very loud second semi-final, so make sure you stick around here. I'm sure most of the crowd will, to be fair, but definitely at home. It seems like it's csgo that may be having some issues, technically.
Could be the case. Need to get those resolved as we can continue with the game, but in the meantime, we can talk about what is required for Mad Lions if they were to make this comeback. We would need to see a strong presence on the CT side. We would need to see them win rounds without losing too much equipment throughout it. We saw it in the first half when Renegades did it. The score was 2-2, but from that point on and onwards, I think 3 rounds in a row, they only lost 1 guy every single round. There was even a few rounds where they survived all 5, and that built up the economy, that built up the confidence and the belief that they could do whatever they wanted to.
Yeah, it was the 13th round when I highlighted they only get 15 kills, but back into the action, and it's going to be a quick round from Renegades. Hot off the back of that technical issue. Taking the charge straight in, but they are tanking bullets with faces. And that's not going to work out well for them. They do have a bomb plant, though, to be fair, and considering the lack of a buy, that is mission accomplished, really. Anything extra? A knife from Dexter, a nice injection of cash, but Mad Lions are going to have the retake all the same.
Well, that was much needed as well. They actually invested far more into that round than I initially thought. As you can see on the money on the Renegade side, there's not a lot to work with right now, but after this bomb has been defused, we'll be able to see more money. Yeah?
Might go mental. Can I hear bagpipes?
I think you can. It's like I'm back in Scotland. Yeah, well.
Where is that coming from?
I have no idea, but I like it. I like it a lot.
The next update, bagpipe skins. Let's go. There's the knife. Dexter shanks Hunden. I just wonder if they can hear that at home, or we just come across as like we're insane.
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. It's a great sound regardless now. Another round here where they can't afford a full buy, so they're opting for the semi-forced buy. Shoots towards ramp, putting down some grenade damage, getting the first kill as well. Finally starting to go the way of Mad Lions. He's playing it smart right here. Oof, not taking any risk. Nice shot by Aker as well. And this is what I talked about. This is the start you would like to see from Mad Lions.
Yeah, just built that confidence back up that was sorely lacking. Good shot by Aker. It's great to see him back in amongst the frags. And there's the P2000's headshot to round it off. Just Roy, pardon me, does drop in amongst it, but Renegades now have decisions.
They sure do. One thing is for sure, though, they're going to invest every single dollar they got in the bank into this round. There's going to be AKs on the board. There's going to be an SG as well, actually 2. Decent amount of utility, 5 smokes, that's the most important thing, so you can gain map control, do some sort of execute late into the round if that's what you wish. It looks like it's just going to be a default for Renegades. csgo getting the opening duel onto Roy, and as I said, he's not been good in that department. That was his 11th entry duel he was involved in, and he's only won 2 out of those 11. That means he's lost 9. That's not good enough from Roy. A bit of a shame, because he's had a strong series so far, but on Nuke, he's been the one being manhandled by the squad of Renegades. Good start for them. csgo finding the opening, not with the AWP as well. And Malta as well, chiming up. Bobski all by himself. It's 1 by 1 by 1 right now for Mad Lions, right? Not usually what we like to see for them.
Uncharacteristic mistakes from the Danes. A-Core watching outside. The smokes are going to give them a clear passage. They may have to navigate their way around some bullets, and A-Core's missed another shot. One he should be landing. He does live to tell the tale. Maybe those bagpipes in the background are the rallying call of Renegades as they charge down to Secret, trying to get their control over B once again. Can Mad Lions even feasibly go for this? But a very low A-Core. I suppose we're at that point in the game where they can buy again, and you're running out of rounds. Surely it's worth taking the punt and trying to get in there. They decide against it, though. They're playing for the bigger picture.
Yeah, and I think you're right. You know, it's a tough decision to make, but at this point they have to make it. A-Core down to 2 HP, has to retake with an AWP. That's going to be incredibly tough, especially on the lower bomb side. But you're right, they're running out of options, right? That's going to be the 14th round for Renegades. A game where they've been dominating ever since the scoreline was 2-2. It's been all about the boys 2.0. Doing a good job. Dexter in particular, Malta as well, csgo hitting some nice shots. Everyone is having impact right now, Ins for that matter. Hearts with the nice play towards ramp. It's hard not to compliment every single player from Renegades, and that's also why the scoreline is reflecting what it is. A big lead, 8 rounds in favor of Renegades. They have 2 more to go to book a spot in the grand final. Whereas for Mad Lions, this is it. They have to win this round. They cannot afford to lose anymore.
Got a quick picture of the legends with the bagpipes in the background. Renegades marching to his beat. Mad Lions, maybe their send-off, their swan song. Ins, the meanwhile, though, going to be looking to try and aggress outside. It has been momentarily stifled by a Molotov, but they're not going to be completely deterred by that. They do stay around in close enough proximity and start to back away onto lobby side. As you say, though, Pim, what's been so impressive about Renegades, it hasn't just been a one-man show. This has been a real collective effort. And they're going to be pushing into ramp, where Shush, who's had a bit of a rough nuke, is waiting. He would have heard movement, hence him backing away and throwing the Molotov in, trying to buy up time for the rest of his team to rotate.
I think that's a great move. It's a smart move. No need to fight it, no need to contest it when you're all by yourself. Especially not in a position where if you lose this round, you're facing potential 9 match points. He's playing a little bit cautious, playing it safe, and I like that. Good to see Mad Lions and the players keeping the composure. A-Core is down here to help him. Shush in a good position to get at least 1 kill. Maybe stay alive and wait for the backup. But the hit is going to come in now.
And Shush, backside of B, needs to claim some frags, and he'll do just that. It's 2, with the bomb being dropped down. There is a Molotov kill in amongst that. It's actually A-Core that burns to a crisp. Dexter and Ins have the disadvantage in manpower, and the bomb's not been planted either. He comes off the bomb just to ensure his survival. Dexter is there as well, but now time itself is an enemy. A cruel one at that. Ins spins around and gets the 1v2 clutch. And that could be it for Mad Lions. That should have been their round, but they let it slip out their fingers.
They sure do, and once again, Renegades show how good they are. A round they had no business winning. Shush did everything he could. A-Core as well, helping him out. Made that winnable for Lions, but again, Renegades, they're just playing on a higher level right now. The individuals are stepping up. Ins with a nice triple kill, a 1 versus 2 clutch, and here we go. We see the timeout coming in from Mad Lions. This is the very last chance. They are facing 9 match points right now, playing the CT side of Nuke. They actually have a decent amount of money, so I'm sure they can buy into it. Not going to be the strongest of strongest buy, but it's going to be somewhat good. Whereas for Renegades, it must be nice being in this position. You know you have 9 rounds to finish the game, 9 rounds to book a place into the grand final. And this is it. They have to win this one. I said it before, but this time around I mean it. They have to win this one.
Flash over, Roy, aggression tagged up through the smoke. What a nightmare that would have been had he have fallen early on. Acor does get the better of Sicko. Big trade. The AWPer from Denmark does come out ahead, but they're going to have to follow this up.
There's just no stopping this, man. Is there another infrared coming in from Dexter, taking control of ramp and instantly going towards the lower bomb site, making sure that Mad Lions have to rotate instantly if they want any chance of winning this one. Bobski is in position, getting a trade frag though. It's all up to Hunten now to defend this one. Sitting in control with him together with Roy. The backup is there, but it's a 3 vs 3.
Acor low. Last player, not for much longer. Dexter spins around.